Thank you for setting it all up. I'm just gonna wait for you to go. Is that okay? Like, leave the house?
Alright.
Okay, so I think it was like almost a year ago. No, not a year ago. I don't know how to start this. Okay. So about no. Okay, now he's gone. I'm starting a podcast. Welcome to my podcast. This is a podcast. Now, name of the podcast I'm still playing around with, but to give you gals an idea of what I'm thinking is, have you ever sent a voice note and halfway through your voice note that you thought was only going to take 30 seconds, but you're up to a minute 30 now, you go, sorry, this is a podcast? That's what I feel like this is going to be. It's going to be like my voice note to y'all, and sometimes y'all's voice note to me. Sometimes Michelle's going to get in on the voice note. Maybe other people will get in on the voice note. I don't know. But this is going to be called Sorry, This is a Podcast. But really, it's just going to be a really long voice note. Themes? I don't know. We'll talk about what's going on in the world. We'll talk about what's going on in my life. Today, I'm feeling overwhelmed. So I thought, let's really just kick it off with a podcast. Genius idea, Catherine. Like I said, I'll bring Michelle on sometimes. We were going to do a podcast together, but to all of my aunties who have no kids, I think you can understand this pain. And also to the moms out there, I know you understand this pain. Michelle has a busy life. She's got Nobu on Thursday. No, she's got 2 little ones, and the little ones keep her freaking busy. And she does have a husband that can help, but there just is never a good time for either of us to actually sit down and do a podcast. So I've just decided I'm starting it, and Michelle's gonna come in as, like, an ongoing guest. So that's what this is gonna be about. I send voice notes all the time. Me and my girlfriend send it nonstop. Fallon is one of my favorite, sorry, this is a podcast voice noter. She will send me 5-minute long voice notes back to back to back, and I love it. I love sending a voice note if I'm like, I'm too tired to talk, I'm too tired to type, but I'll just like send a quick voice note. I love sending voice notes after gardening. I probably won't do, I mean, I might do a gardening podcast, but no, I won't. We'll see how this goes. This might be the only one. Fun fact, I had a podcast before. It was called Sorry I Can't Come, and it was about my journey to my first orgasm. It was like a couple of years ago. And I think I have like 6 or 7 episodes out. Fun fact, nailed it. If you want that story, comment, subscribe, like down below. But really, I just figured this could be a podcast where, or like an extra long voice note where you're in the car and the people that you usually call when you're in the car just to talk things out. For me, it's my sister and Courtney. And you just put it on and listen to it. Or if you're doing the dishes and you're like, oh, I just need something on because we're all iPad kids now. I have my phone on at all times. You can put this on and watch me talk to you from me. Huh? All right. So this week was a big week for no, it wasn't a big week. Hey, Catherine, here's a thought. Maybe write some notes about what you can talk about. This is gonna come out hopefully around the same time that my first actual brand collaboration comes out. So we've obviously done some advertising with brands before, and we've got like gifted and things, but this is like my first brand X Anti Pretty, like an actual collab with the brand, which honestly was so friggin' cool. And when I spoke to my talent manager about it, I was like, "Oh, just reach out, like see what happens." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll call them up." And I was thinking like, "Yeah, just call them up. I'm sure they're gonna say yes. They're not gonna say yes." They said yes, and they came back with this, like, really cool idea for Galentine's Day. One second. Chloe, quit it. Chloe. Enough. We're doing a podcast. Sorry, Cole. You're gonna have to edit that. When my talent manager reached out and said, "Hey, she would love to do a collab," they came back with this cool idea for Galentine's Day. And I love Galentine's Day. I also love Valentine's Day, but I love a girls' party. I used to host girls' parties at my house all the time. My house is called Casa de No Bra because I feel if you are coming to my house, I want you to be comfortable, and no one is comfortable in a bra. Sponsors, if you would like to sponsor this podcast, I will say differently. So yeah, they came back and they said that we were having like a Galentine's Day theme, like would you want to collab on it? And I was like, this is friggin' perfect. And the sweaters are so cute. They're so comfy. I love a lounge set. I love a sweater, sweatpants, matching outfit. I love comfy knitted things, especially in the cold winter months. I just want to be cozy and warm all the time. As you can see, I'm sitting on a blanket on a couch, covered in a blanket. I want to be comfy. So this brand collab, I'm not gonna say the name because if it hasn't come out yet, I don't wanna, like, r you know, say things that I'm not supposed to say at this right time. But it's really, really fun. It's a Canadian brand owned by 2 women. We love that. And yeah, so it was crazy. To be honest with you, I spent most of the time leading up to the launch thinking this is not gonna happen. Happen. Because fun fact about me, I might look like I ooze confidence. I don't have all the confidence all the time, and I always look for the downfall. Could be, you know, I just like to prepare if something's gonna be negative. So, for the most part of waiting for this brand collab to come out, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but anyway, coming for this brand collab to come out, I was like, "Oh, it's never gonna happen, it's not gonna happen." It's been delayed, that's fine, but we got, like, a photo shoot done, we got like, my face is gonna be on their website, which is really cool, and yeah, I'm just, like, really looking forward to it. So that's what happened. So that was supposed to launch this week, insider info. It just couldn't, customs, border, life. It gets in the way of things. So anyway, I think it's gonna come out, in the next week or so. Oh, that's exciting, or maybe it's out right now and I've just screwed up the timing. So yeah, I just want this podcast to be short and sweet, fun. Like I said, sometimes Michelle's gonna be on it. I would love for you guys to be on it. Like if you want to send me a funny story or voice note or like ask us a question, do it in a voice note. I think that would be super much fun. Do it in a voice note and then we can play your voice and then I will answer it, or Michelle will answer it when she's here. This has been, like, the weirdest ride as Auntie Pretty. Like, I literally started doing this the first voice note was Michelle. I called Michelle. She couldn't pick up, so I sent her a text, and the way that I usually text is just, like, idea, 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 idea. I'm not get it all in one thought. I like to give you, if it's a different sentence, it's a different thought, it's a different text message. Then Michelle called me and answered all said text messages in one voicemail. And I could tell she was making fun of me because, like a normal human being, my voicemail starts off with, "Hi, you've reached Catherine. I can't come to the phone right now." That's my professional voice, and I love it. And I think she's cute and sweet. But my regular everyday voice is this. So when Michelle heard, "Hi, this is Catherine," she thought, "Oh, I'm going to make fun of you." And she did her own. So for those of you who've been around long, she did her own version of professional voice and she talked all the way through. The second I heard Michelle making fun of me, I thought, I'm going to make fun of you. And I could feel how she was talking through the voicemail. And then the fact that when she did this voice message, she I was calling her back because I saw that I had a missed call. She was leaving a voicemail. I was calling her back. In the middle of her leaving a voicemail, she goes, "Oh, you're calling me back. Okay, and she tries to hang up, but she can't." I was like, "This is comedy gold." So that's how it all started. It honestly was just me making fun of Michelle, making fun of me. It was payback. We've always we can act out our mom pretty well. Like, we can act out our mom actually really well. And so just acting out Michelle, I was like, "This is gonna be an easy win." And it was mostly just for me and Michelle to laugh at. But when I put it on TikTok and it blew up, I was like, "Hold on a second. We've got something here." And it's been actually so much fun to share it with Michelle, to share it with all of you guys. We've been able to meet so many, honestly, fucking cool people, Canadian influencers that we've both looked up to and, like, we've followed for years and years and years, and, like, now we're kinda, like, friends with them. It's the weirdest fucking thing. But it's brought I think me and Michelle have always been close, so I won't say it's brought us closer, but it's definitely had us working in, like, more creative ways. I will tell you guys right now, 9 out of 10 voice notes that I post are authentically just what Michelle's sending in our conversation. I could show you the clips. I can, show you my voice note or have you listen to my voice note after Michelle sends one of hers. 9 times out of 10, they're just what's popping off in Michelle's head. That 10th time might be a brand deal. That 10th time I might be like, "Hey, remember that story you told me on Monday? I need you to do it in a voice note because this is gonna be so funny." Um, but 90% of them are just this girl ripping off the top of her head. So I really hope she gets on the podcast. She just sent me a voice note about a podcast and getting a mic for herself, so hopefully. So yeah, this podcast is gonna be just a really extended voice note to you. And hopefully you can feel like you're included and you can also send me voice notes. Um, Feel free to send them to Auntie Pretty, or I'm gonna start an Instagram account that's just gonna be sorry, this is a podcast. Hopefully that's not taken already. Oh god, could you imagine if I have to do this all over again and change the name of it? Ugh, gross. All right, send in your questions, send in your voice notes, subscribe. Again, these are gonna be short and just, authentically me, which seems to be awkward, which I feel like I've been told I've been awkward before. I don't think I'm that awkward. Anyway, rambling. And that's how a voice note goes. Okay, this is actually genius, guys. Sorry, audio friends. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on my first ever podcast of this podcast. Sorry, this is a podcast. This has been a great voice note. And how we'll come up with a way we say goodbye. But for now, it's just going to be toodles.